Para.
Hello and welcome to Sacred Pause with your host, myself, Kelsey Keil. This is the podcast for anyone looking for a break, a quiet moment to just be, without any other obligations other than to get grounded, get in your heart, get out of your head, and to be still in whatever it is you're struggling with and desperately wanting to heal. Oftentimes, all we need in order to feel at peace is a sacred pause. Does your mind sometimes feel like your own personal prison cell? I know mine sure does. Well, if you want to break down those bars and feel more freedom and peace in your everyday life, this is the episode for you. Hello, everyone. So nice to talk to you again. Seriously, I usually record on Fridays and then post on Friday. That's what I've been doing generally. But I'm going to start recording on Tuesday mornings. So I'll have it posted by Tuesday afternoon. But for sure, anytime Wednesday, it'll be ready to listen. So new episodes every Wednesday. So I have been thinking and feeling so much lately about freedom. About being free and not being free and how that looks and feels. I posted on my Instagram a few days ago a download that I had about freedom, and I'll start this episode off by sharing that with you. And if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, definitely do that now if you feel called for daily motivation, inspiration, and love at Kelsey W. Keil, KelseyWkeil. So here is my quote. You are free to wear what you want, do what you want, say what you want, and be what you want. Don't let it go to waste because not everyone is that lucky. I'm going to repeat that one more time because to me, it's everything. If we truly listen and act in this way, we will attain true freedom, true peace, and if you act in accordance with your fears that come up when being free, you will not feel free. You will not feel what true freedom in a human body can be. We are free to wear what we want, do what we want, say what we want, and be what we want. Don't let it go to waste because not everyone is that lucky. So there are two parts to my quote, freedom and gratitude. And I'm learning now that they go hand in hand. You can't be truly free without a heart full of gratitude. It just won't be complete. And you can't fully feel gratitude unless you are open to full freedom. Leaning into the fact that you are truly free, whether you feel free or not, is scary. I know. But so is living in your insecurities and your fears. And interestingly enough, your fears, your insecurities are the only things, the only thoughts keeping you from actually feeling your freedom. But it's right there waiting for you whenever you're ready. I believe that even if someone is in prison, in jail, they too are still free and can still feel free. They might not be able to wear anything they want or do whatever they want, but they can say what they want and be what they want. Because to me, being what you want is choosing to be kind or choosing to be mean, choosing to be loving or choosing to be hateful. Of course, we can think of this in a different way, like being a lawyer or a teacher. But those are just professions. And when you look super deep, being is so much more than a job, so much more than a title. It's a feeling, an energy, an exchange way higher than a job you do for money. And if you choose to be a positive, loving person, you can and will make a huge impact on everyone and everything you encounter. And in turn, will make a huge difference in the world, a difference that our world truly needs. If someone is able to do this, make this type of positive impact behind bars in a tiny cell, Can you imagine what someone outside of prison has the capability of? Someone like you and I? If you're listening to this, I'm assuming you are not in jail. So think about this. While I've never been in jail, I, in a way, know exactly what it could possibly feel like, because my mind has been my own prison for as long as I can remember. So how does your mind feel most of the time, if you really feel into it? Our mind can absolutely feel like a prison if we allow it. And the only way to change that is to make it our daily, moment-to-moment priority to train our mind. Train it to feel love more and fear less. Train it to trust more and fear less. The only way to remove the jail bars in our minds is to change our thoughts consistently all day and every day. That is the only way we will truly change our lives and feel the freedom we all have. Change your thoughts, change your life, in that order. We have so much freedom that we can even decide what's real and what's not. For example, right now, some people don't believe that the coronavirus is a real thing. Some people truly believe that wholeheartedly. And some people also believe that the coronavirus is real. And they believe that wholeheartedly. And no matter what party you are in, I think you could agree that these two parties exist. I know they do because I know people who believe it's real and I know people who believe it's not. So how can this be true if we all live on the same planet, in the same world? Why? Because each and every one of us have the freedom to choose what we believe to be our reality. To me, there's also a gray area and in between, the middle ground, which is where I try my best to stay in at all times. During all conversations and all interactions, no matter what the topic is. And I do this because that middle ground is where love lives, is where compassion and non-judgment stays. So when you live in that area as well, you can see everything for what it truly is, which is freedom and love. Instead of hating and judging someone for, say, example, staying on the topic of COVID, not getting the vaccine, you can see them for what they truly are, which is a being that has the freedom to choose. And their choice has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. So don't take it personal. Don't take it on. Don't make it about you. Don't make it a huge thing. And act like them getting vaccinated or not is going to change your whole entire life. If you do that, you're just giving your power away. And the opposite is true as well. Don't judge and hate someone for getting the vaccine, because if you do that, you're doing the same thing on the other side's doing, and you are giving all your power away. It's all the same, and you have the freedom to choose. Nothing's wrong and nothing's right. But do you want to give your freedom, give your power away? When this, to me, is truly all we have, I can tell you that you will be much more fulfilled, more peaceful and joyful if you don't give it away. But then again, that is up to you. Me, while I am human and fall into both sides at times, my focus and my goal is to live in the middle. So when I find myself not in the middle, I do everything I can in my power to go and fall back right into the middle, where there is love, peace, and joy everywhere for everyone, no matter what. And I choose this space because it feels better. It feels right. It feels right for me, and it feels right in terms of my place in this world, my purpose in this world. I can give the most in this space, and I can get the most in this space. It's a win-win-win. My favorite. And at the end of the day, what it all comes down to are fears. Your fears, my fears, the world's collective fears. When I'm judging or hating anyone or anything, it's because I'm feeling scared. I'm in my fears. I'm letting my fears, my false evidence appearing real, get in my way of my freedom. This will inevitably happen if you're human. This will happen. So don't beat yourself up about it. Just see it, acknowledge it, and then gently change it. Actively choose to be free instead. Free of all hate and all judgment. And remember that you are so blessed. You are chosen. You were chosen to be a free being. You are free to wear what you want, do what you want, say what you want, and be what you want. Don't let it go to waste because not everyone is that lucky. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I appreciate and love you so much. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that now and push that subscribe button. That way you'll never miss an episode. If you're enjoying Sacred Pause, please leave me a rating and review. I would absolutely love to hear from you, and it helps me out so much. If you think this episode could help a friend or family member even a little bit, please share this with them. I truly need all the help I can get spreading my message of self-love, trust, and healing. And if you're interested in doing a Sacred Pause one-on-one with me, email me at kelseywkeil@gmail.com with the subject line saying Sacred Pause one-on-one. And lastly, if you want more of my content before my next episode, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Kelsey W. Keil for daily love and inspiration. Love and appreciate you all so much, and I'll talk to you next week.